Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love is Blind Season 6, Episode 4. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share it with a friend. Share it in your Facebook group. Share it with your people at the work job. Honey, share it, okay? Share it, share it, share it if you get anything out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. So when episode 4 first opens up, Jeremy and Sarah, they're on a date. So she's telling him that she had a dream about him. Now, girl, let me tell you something. Once you start having a dream about him, that means they're the one for you. Okay, you're the one for me. I feel like that really means that it's solidified, because every man that I've ever had a dream about, he became my boo thing. Now, I'm not saying it worked out, and I don't think this is either. But once you have a dream about them, that kind of means, they're for you. So they started talking about the sexuals of it all, and if he's a moaner, and he's like, no, I'm not. Like, no woman wants to hear and ah. Yeah, we do. I don't know where y'all get that misconception from. Baby, I want to know I'm putting in that work too. Okay, at least make a peep. Okay, do something, grunt something. Me personally, I'm going to need you to say something. I'm going to need you to say something, baby. Honey, shout out to Drake. Don't just sit there looking at me in my face. But if one more woman cries, I'm going to scream. Okay, I am going to scream. Stop all the bucket of tears. So she's crying, telling him that he makes her feel alive, baby. He makes her feel like a natural woman. So then he says to her that he has more of a physical feeling with her than mental. Ma'am, that is not a compliment. Okay, it's not. You shared that he makes you feel alive, and he shares with you that he feels like he wants to be more physical than mental with you. Basically, I'm ready to pounce on you. Okay, it's given, I want to lay you down and nothing else. He will bed you, but he will not marry you. So therefore, and thus and such, I would have ended the date. Moving forward. So then Jeremy goes on a date with Laura. So they're in the pods. She starts crying because she's telling him there are so many qualities that she likes about him. And she made a list of the pros and the cons, and the pros were all the way up to the top of the pods. And baby, they are just filling his head up. One thing I noticed about this season is that the women are pouring into these men, baby. Their love tanks are full. Now, I don't know how much gas is in the pods, but baby, I'm gonna need y'all to fill these women up as well. It's looking like y'all putting 5 on pump 2. And baby, they going to the gas teller and like fill her up. Okay, they filling y'all up, and y'all ain't giving a damn thing. Y'all don't give a damn. So then she tells him that he's her one. So then he's like, I was laying in bed and I was just thinking, and I just wanted to talk to you. And it's strange because, I'm falling for you and I can't think of anything negative. Yeah, right. AD and Clay. So they meet up in the pods, and he's telling her he never thought that he would propose sight unseen. Mind you, he's in the pods with his Bible. Okay, baby. Then he starts preaching. Every little word he says, she's like, yeah, yes, preach, preacher. Honey, it was giving Kirk Franklin and the Family. When I tell you he had that Bible out, and everything that he was saying, baby, First Lady AD was in the background, hyping him up every 5 minutes. Then he reads us a scripture. He said she saw past what he wanted and believed in him, and he trusts her, and now he's falling for her. So then he says, I'm never going to abandon you. So then he gets down on bended knee and he proposes. Now for me, it gave nothing, but for AD, baby, it was everything. Okay, it was everything. And she said yes. AD, you have such a nice personality, and I really wish that you could have seen in between the lines. Now, I could be wrong. I could come back to this very review and admit that I am wrong in this moment at the 5-minute mark, but I do not think that I am. Something about Clay just tells me Clay play all day. That's why I named him Clay-Doh, because you play with Play-Doh. Moving forward. So then, baby, they take a shot. Not a shot right after the scriptures, child. So they take a shot, and she tells him that she loves him, and he says it back. And I'm like, now all of a sudden you love him when you just told him that Matthew was the one that you wanted. But then Matthew got all creepy and said he was going to find the other Amber, and Amber is in hiding. And now you telling Clay-Doh that you love him. Okay, girl. And not her only wanting Clay after Matthew and his lies wanted Amber. Child, this is a mess. So it's time for Brittany and Kenneth to see each other for the first time. Now remember, he identifies as a black man, so we don't know what's going to go down. Child, let's see. So the doors open up and they see each other, and I thought it was cute. Now, don't get me wrong. I really do like Kenneth and Brittany together. I think they are so cute together. I think he's sweet. I think she's sweet. He proposed again, and see, she said yes again. Kenneth looks nice with his hair pulled back because he had like a little, a little ponytail going. I said, yeah, take that hair away from your face. It really did something for him. I said, okay, Kenneth. Okay, Kenneth. Kenneth has an older aura about him. He doesn't seem 25. He seems like a deacon in a church that's a divorcee. Okay, and him and his wife had grew apart. And they didn't get a chance to have kids. This is his second chance at romance. Never would have made it. Oh, I never would have made it. Oh, child. Let me stop playing on this review. But he do look like he used to be a deacon, though. But I love the fact that he has his hair pulled back. It makes him look fresh, honey, fresh and new. So Brittany is giving the standard answers. When they sit down, they talk. I mean, it doesn't matter what he looks like. I just thought that he was really handsome. Yeah, he did look handsome. Kenneth is a nice looking guy, and his heart is big, and his heart is sweet, and it's in the right place. I still cannot believe that he's 25, though. Chelsea and Trevor. So they go into the pause, child. They each have gifts for each other. Now, Trevor, you giving her a dog collar with her name on it was foolish. But I like the symbolism of that rock, because he said he's been carrying this rock with him from place to place, and it's sort of like Braille, and it has love engraved in it. So he feels like it's symbolic of love being blind. I said, Trevor, baby, Trevor is really with the do you hear me? Like, Trevor got a little something to him. Trevor, let me tell you something. Your woman might not be on Love is Blind, but once the women's see how you show up, they are going to flood those DMs. Baby, they already probably flooded. I can see them now scratching and clawing them DMs open. Make sure you check your request, child. Your wife might be in there. Moving forward. Let me find out you gave Chelsea a recycled around the house gift, though. I said, baby, not this rock you've been carrying around from apartment to apartment. So they talk about volunteering and doing things together, and they have a nice little pod date. Jimmy and Jessica. So JJ is together again. Dynamite. So it's their time, right? And they're talking about what they're going to feel and how they're going to feel when they see each other. He's excited about the lust of it all because he ain't excited about nothing else. Now, I need to know if he's ready to step into the role of dad, because at this point in episode 4, he has not said anything. And this will be a major adjustment for your daughter, Jessica. Like, you can't just be bringing no stranger home all willy-nilly. I really don't think you should have signed up for this show. Because me, personally, I don't want to bring home the man that I do know. So I'm damn sure not going to bring home a Jimmy. Okay, I'm just not going to bring home a Jimmy, honey. Absolutely not. I need to hear more about it because I'm just not sold. So he reads this letter that she wrote to her future husband. Now, mind you, she has bared her soul in this letter, okay? I'm giving you a 4-page letter. It's giving Aaliyah, okay? It is giving Aaliyah. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. So she is giving him this letter, and he's reading it. So after he reads it, she asked how he feels about it. He said, I feel happy and lucky, but I don't know if I can tell you what you want. Well, baby, what'd he say that for? He said, I need to make sure that I'm sure about my decision. So, baby, she kind of sat up a little bit because, baby, now she is pissed. And I don't feel like some of these men are valuing the women enough. That's how I feel in this very moment. I feel like y'all want them to fawn and swoon after you, but I don't see the fawning and the swooning on that side. So she laid it all out there, and he's like, okay, thanks. Thanks. After she said all that, through that letter, all you have to say is thanks. She did not like that at all. She tells him, if he wants someone else, just say that. So he tells her, I refuse to say I love you if I'm not 100%. So she's like, well, I'm not telling you to say you love me. She fights back because she told him how she felt, but she's getting nothing in return. See, and this is why, Jessica, for your sake, I said you should have told him about your daughter up front. You made a person's decision tougher when you don't come out of the gate and say what it is. So now she's pissed. She told him, I'm not going to chase you. You can decide what you want to do, but I'm not going to chase you. And you shouldn't chase him. And child, you sure ain't gonna want to chase him after you see him. So he said, he's not used to a woman like Jessica because she's, really upfront and blunt. So she decides to end the date because she does not want to feel like she's persuading him in any way. He needs to make his own decisions. Now, I'm no Jimmy fan at all. But to be fair, she cannot expect him to fold after dropping a bomb, then getting an attitude that he has two choices. Now, what she should have done is dated around more in the pods. If she didn't find anyone else that she liked, then that should have been the end of it. But Jimmy, to you, okay, you knew when she first told you that you were no longer interested. When you took that pregnant pause, you should have made very clear, listen, Jessica, I like you and everything. I love your voice. I think it's cute. But the thing is, I'm not ready to step into the role of a dad at 27, 47. I'm just not ready to do that. So me being 27, 47, I'm not going to want to be somebody's dad, and I haven't had children of my own. I'm just not there yet. But you continued to make her believe that there was a chance for the two of you to be something. So I see wrong in both of you. I'm not just going to go up on a Tuesday for Jessica like, oh, Jessica, girl, you get him. No, both of y'all are wrong. Jessica came into it the wrong way, and you led her on and made her believe that you were okay with the fact that she has a 10-year-old daughter. You're wrong for that. Jimmy and Chelsea. So they meet, and he collects yet another gift, but says that he didn't get her one. Jimmy Crack Corn is getting on my nerves. Honey, Jimmy Crack Corn, and I don't care. I don't give a damn about Jimmy. He wanted to skip over conversations, but Chelsea was like, no, sir, we are not going to just skip over this conversation. Like, what's going on with you? Why are you acting like that? He starts telling her he basically needs to decide who he wants to be with. Okay, so I'm assuming he does not want Jessica. He talks to Chelsea, but with Jessica, it's crickets. He ain't saying nothing. So then he told her he loved her. When I tell y'all my mouth was wide open, you gonna come out of your rabbit mouth and come over here with Chelsea Fox and tell her that you love her, but this lady just spilled her guts through this 4-page letter and you gave her nothing? You could have been upfront after you read that letter, knowing you was finna come in here with Chelsea and tell her you loved her. Why would you do that? And really and truly, I feel like you did that because you wanted to hurry up and beat Trevor to the punch. See, Trevor, you should have kept your damn mouth closed. You were a little bit too free. Your personality is too sweet and endearing. And, you see the good in people. Jimmy can't be trusted. And once she said Megan Fox, and let me just say this. A lot of people are coming down on Chelsea. Megan Fox, she looks like the Fox and the Hound, but not Megan Fox. I have seen so many mean things about Chelsea. Let's get this straight. She did not say that she felt that she looked like Megan Fox. She said people have told me that I look like Megan Fox, but I don't see it. I think they say this because of the blue eyes and the dark hair. Okay, now she did use it to manipulate him into choosing her. Okay, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But she's not saying that she thinks personally that she looks like Megan Fox. And people have been saying such mean things. Y'all, please don't be that mean to Chelsea. Okay, she already has some insecurity issues. Her self-esteem is in the toilet, child. Please be nice. She don't look like Megan. We got it. She don't look like her. But she didn't say that she thought she did. She said other people thought she did. Either way, she lied. Moving forward. So, child, he done told her he loved her. I said, baby, not Chelsea having two men loving on her. Jimmy low down, though, because he knew that when he read that letter, he did not care about Jessica. He knew that. Now he in his feelings because she didn't say it back. She said, well, I just wanted to wait to see who was going to propose to me. He said, well, I didn't propose, but I'm 100% that I love you. So she comes back in and she whispers to Laura that Jimmy said he loved her. Well, baby, what's she do that for? Laura runs over there and runs an interference and tells Jessica, you need to leave right now, okay? Because he's not your man. You need to leave. But she ain't telling her why. I would have said, Laura, get out my face. Okay, girl, get out and get gone. Unless you're going to tell me the reason why you're running over here now, telling me that I need to leave, I'm not going nowhere. Because, girl, you got to have something else to add to it. Don't just come over here and say that and then leave it open-ended. Now, I do feel bad for her, but Jimmy is not it. But you should have said, girl, I'm telling you this because he said that he loves Chelsea. That would have let her know straight up, girl, he is not the one for you. So Jessica is crying and saying that she needs to leave. So now it's time for Clay to see AD. Baby, they standing at the door. He looked nice. Now I still think he needs to lock in on himself first, but here we are. So he's standing there. AD looks very beautiful in her dress. Honey, let's see his reaction, child. Ooh, my nerves were bad. When I tell y'all my stomach was sinking to my feet, and he's talking a good game, but we shall see. So the door's open, and at first he didn't look that excited, but then he got up on her and he was like, oh, you super cute. Now I'm not trusting his reaction. It's giving Chris and Paige resurrected. That's what it's giving for me, but we don't know yet. She got up, she gave him a little spin. I said, okay, body, yada, 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 yada. Honey, she was getting, I said, ma'am, okay. Ma'am, please sit down, though. Let him talk so we can see how he really feels. Don't get up and give him a show, because anybody can lead with their body. We know you got the body. That's not what we're here for. Let's let him talk, because most times when people talk, they will talk themselves into the real. So just let him say what it is he's going to say and then listen. Don't be doing all that. He did say he was happy and that she was gorgeous, but you know they always be saying that. Shake said the same thing about Deepti when she first dipped through that door, and we saw how that went. He couldn't wait to get his physical touch on, touching all over. Ooh, that dress. Ooh, that body. I was like, oh, child. Moving forward. Meanwhile, Trevor is sitting over there talking about who Jimmy is going to choose. Honey, just go on her way to the airport. So he about to choose your woman and you just don't know it. It's truly up to Chelsea at this point. Jessica and Jimmy. So obviously she didn't heed Laura's advice because she's in the pods. So he's trying to let her down easy, but Jess is with the mess. Do you hear me? She's like, what you say? Come again? Speak up. I can't hear you. Oh, okay. What you say? I said, oh, baby, she is pissed. So she tells him to cut the crap and be direct. Honey, I know that's right. Nobody has time for all that pussyfooting around. What is it going to be? Stated plain. So then he tells her, I feel like you're going to be an amazing wife for someone else because I love someone else. I would have gotten up right then. If you love someone else, which ain't no real love, child. If you like someone else in these 10 days, then I'm going to get up and I'm going to leave. So she says that he ruined her opportunity and let her pour her heart out more than once. And now that time's up, she has to leave alone. Jimmy knew when she revealed that she was a mom that it was a no. And he was wrong for that. Then he lied and pretended like he didn't have clarity until after that damn date. You steady lying, talking about, I just didn't have my mind made up. So you mean to tell me telling Chelsea that you love her wasn't your mind made up? Child, she told him he was going to need an EpiPen when he saw her. When he saw what he missed out on, he was going to need his inhaler. Okay? You're going to need to puff pass because you're going to pass the hell out. But I have to say this. It's not all about looks. That's the mindset that we shouldn't have. Okay? And it's also demeaning to Chelsea. So although people gave Jessica a thunderous round of applause for her saying that he's going to need his EpiPen when he sees her, obviously there is something that wasn't right between the two of you, aside from your daughter, that he just didn't feel like the two of you were a match. Now, granted, Jimmy is a shallow jerk, and the only reason why he is choosing Chelsea is because of the whole Megan Fox ordeal. And I feel largely in part is due to the fact that you already have a 10-year-old daughter. And I don't think he's ready for that. He seems like the type that wants to go to bars and bar crawl and vacation. And he's not ready to be tied down to those responsibilities. So looks aside, Jessica, you need to take responsibility for the way you went about things as well. Both y'all wrong. He wrong for leading you on, and you are wrong for waiting to tell him. If you would have told him up front, he would have saved his EpiPen prescription, and you would have saved yourself some heartache. Girl, and let him go. Now, you talking about he gonna need his EpiPen. Girl, you gonna be so happy when you see him. You're gonna be like, oh, child, thank God you blew it. I thank God I dodged a bullet. Honey, shout out to Beyonce. Moving forward. So now you have both Jimmy and Trevor ready to ask Chelsea to marry them. Baby, this right here is a fool. Now I hope that she chooses Trevor, because Jimmy crack corn bugs the hell out of me. I just do not like that man. Who would have thought that Chelsea would be deciding on two different men? Child, let's get into it. And that was the end of episode 4. So child, let's just go on right on into episode 5, honey. No time to waste. So she walks into Jimmy's pod first, and he's giving her this spiel, and Chelsea is feeling like she doesn't know which way to turn. Jimmy then gets down on one knee and asks Chelsea to marry him, and she said yes. When I tell y'all I was pissed for Trevor, I was pissed. Hashtag justice for Trevor's mullet. Honey, y'all start a hashtag over on the Twitter. Hashtag justice for Trevor's mullet. And you know what? So Chelsea goes in to meet Trevor. So she starts telling him how great he is and how well he would fit into her life. And he can feel that something is kind of off. So she tells him that she can't give him her all because she's giving it to Jimmy. He said, why? I mean, do you have a reason? Then he said, you know what? I'm confused because I've always only wanted you. Well, Trevor, just because you only wanted her doesn't mean she necessarily only has to want you. In all fairness. Because, I mean, this is a show where you speed date around. He asked how things would have gone if he would have gave his speech first. And I was like, oh, Trevor, just let it go, honey. So then he asked her if he went first, would she have said yes to him? I really, truly think it was the luck of the draw. If she would have went in and saw Trevor first, she would have said yes to him. Because you heard what she told Jimmy. She said, listen, I was saving my I love yous for the person who proposed. Baby, it don't work. Feelings don't work like that. I don't know where you been, but it doesn't work like that. I'm going to wait to see if you propose, to see if I love you. Girl, get real and get lost. She would have basically said yes to either one of them, but the production team made sure that Trevor went second, and they ain't fooling me. So she says she's sorry, and he said, you know, she didn't do anything wrong. She just loves someone else, and that's fine. But then he started trying to guilt her with the bracelet tap of it all. Now, this is where I felt like he was being a bit manipulative because he was like, I tapped my bracelet like 100 times today. Okay, Trevor, yes, you did, baby. And you're a sweet, sweet man. But you can't guilt her into choosing you. And I felt like that's what that was. So she leaves and he's left sitting with his goblet, just contemplating. Child, just take a drink and go on to the house. The only reason Jimmy wanted Chelsea is because she threw out that Megan Fox, and he is going to pay for that. You'll pay for this, Captain Planet. Maybe this gonna be a fool. Sarah and Jeremy. So they're in the pods. He's telling her he wants to move forward with Laura. So she asks the determining factor, and he really doesn't have a good answer. She says she feels foolish. Honey, shout out to Ashanti, because he was telling her that he was only saying the things that he was saying to her. Girl, they was all saying that. Jeremy, goodbye. So Sarah asked if it was anything that she could have done differently. So she wants some constructive feedback. And he said, no, it's not. Now, I feel like she handled it very gracefully and graciously. And I knew Jeremy was full of it. I did. He did all of that and sent her packing. Sarah comes back into the pods and tells Laura it's her and gives her a hug. Now, I feel like Sarah is a class act. I love the way that both of them handled this situation, as it should be. There was absolutely no animosity. It was like, okay, you chose her. I'm going to go and tell her it's her, and that's it. Jeremy said that he and Laura have the best connection and she's his forever person. They meet in the pods and he asks Laura to marry him. And of course she says yes. So now it's time for Chelsea to meet Jimmy. He's giving this confessional talking about, I've never been so sure about Chelsea. Chelsea? You're with Chelsea. Jessica is no more. Honey, and make sure you get that EpiPen for the honeymoon, child. I can't wait till y'all all see each other. Baby, this is going to be a mess. Clearly, he has Jess on the brain, but it's not going to happen. You chose Chelsea because being a daddy threw you off. So the doors swing open and she runs to him. Baby, I thought she was going to trip over her heel. I said, baby, slow down, low down. She was definitely excited. Now him, I don't know how I feel. I feel like he wasn't giving enough compliments. She was just, you're so handsome. You're so good looking. You're so handsome. I was like, what in the shallow hell is happening here? Now, I don't know if I'm just looking through another kind of glass or what. I don't know if my TV has some kind of filter on it or something. But I didn't see the handsome child. I just didn't see it. And he was like, look at you. Look at you. I said, look at you is not a compliment. But she kept saying he was handsome about 11 times. I said, now look at you. That's not a compliment. He said that he was happy, but when he looked at that camera and broke that fourth wall, baby, his eyes were a little shifty. I said, I'm definitely not sold on this. Now, she said, I love you. And he said, yeah, I need that. I really needed that. That's not how this works. She says, I love you. And then you say, I love you too. What you mean? You really needed that. So then he starts giving this speech about how tough things were. And, it sounded like he was about to end things because the speech was going in the direction of, now that I've seen you, I'm not happy. But now she's doubting if she was what he was expecting. That man is exactly what I thought he was. Low down. So then he gets in the confessional and says, she did lie to me about looking like Megan Fox, but I can work with it. Sir, I know you not knocking someone's looks looking like a soccer dad. I know you ain't Opie. Child, please. I cannot believe Howdy Doody gonna come out of his mouth to say that he can work with somebody's looks. Boy, if you don't, I'm talking with the man in the mirror. Honey, you need to look in the mirror, child. Now, like I said, Chelsea did say that other people say that, and she doesn't see it. And neither do we. They are doomed, y'all. They're doomed. He is not attracted to her. She should have chosen Trevor, like I said. So now it's time for Jeremy to meet Laura. The door's open. It was kind of awkward at first, but I think he's just an awkward guy. He proposed again. She accepted again. Blah, 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 blah. He thought she was beautiful. I don't know about any of these people except Kenneth and Brittany and Amy and Johnny. Anybody else, I don't trust nothing y'all talking about. So now it's time to head to the honeymoon. Child, we going to the DR. I said, baby, not the DR. I'm so used to them taking them to Mexico. I thought that's where we were going, but we going to the DR. Oh, child. The DR. Here we come. Chelsea and Jimmy. So, baby, they in the hotel room, right? He's telling her that he forgot what she looked like. I said, baby, he is such a douche. Looking how he looking. You got your damn nerve to be telling her you forgot how she looked. I forgot how you looked. So then he gonna say, yeah, I have a bone to pick with you because you told people that I said I loved you. Okay, well, if you love her, what's the problem? You cannot sit in my face and say I'm mad that you told people I had feelings for you. Chelsea, wake it the hell up. Why would it be a secret? Huh? Why would that be a secret? So he's sitting there saying that Jessica went off on him when he didn't have a decision made yet. And that day he told her he loved her, but he hadn't had a decision in his mind. Oh, okay. So it's giving buyer's remorse. It's giving what I ordered versus what I got. That's exactly what it's giving. Because why are you even discussing Jess on this honeymoon? Why? Chelsea needs to tell him if he wants Jessica, then he needs to take his ugly shirt and go get her. That's what she needs to do. So then he tells her, well, Jessica brought up how good she looks. So Chelsea was like, oh, okay. I bet you can't wait to see her. He said, actually, I can. I can wait to see her. Because, look at you. Please stop saying that. Look at you is not a compliment. Okay? Because when I say look at you, looking how you looking, that's not a compliment. So please stop telling her, look at you. I can't stand him. So she said the way that he makes her feel is surreal. I'm just living in a fairy tale. Oh, poor baby. Who gonna tell her? Y'all want me to tell her because y'all know I ain't scared to tell her. Chelsea, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. He don't give a damn. Okay? He don't give a damn. So I don't want you to think that he does because he does not. I'm getting Shake and Deep D vibes all over again. Jeremy and Laura. So, baby, they laying in bed, making out and talking about the thickness of his neck. He said that he has had plenty of romantic feelings for Laura and they're the same now. Laura has her work cut out for her, baby, because he gonna get on her nerves. I can tell he gonna get on her nerves. Amy and Johnny. So they're in their own little world. They're sitting by the pool, enjoying each other. Johnny said Amy takes his breath away. Oh, that's sweet, Johnny boy. She really does seem sweet. Amy seems like a sweetheart. Amy says she's usually attracted to guys with darker skin, but he's handsome and the physical attraction is growing. Oh, okay. Glowing and growing. Moving forward. AD and Clay. So, baby, AD is taking all that body to the pool. I said, give it to him, AD. He said that he's appreciating the body, but he wants to respect her as his fiance and not sexualize her. And I really did respect that. I really did. And I don't know if I'm buying it, but at this moment, I respect it. 1 point for Clay. They seem to be enjoying each other, but we shall see. Pastor Kenneth and Deacon Kenneth and Brittany. So they're getting ready to turn in. He tells her before they go to sleep that what he wants to do each day is he wants to talk about their day, how she feels, and how she feels about them. She says she feels good about it and all of them, and there's no ick, and usually people kind of make her feel icky. And I was like, that's major, because I get the ick very easily. You can do one thing, and I'll be like, oh, child, why did I choose him? Baby, I get turned off so easily, honey. I really do like these two together. It's going to be all right. Chelsea and Jimmy. So they're brushing their teeth, right? And he's being disgusting, blowing that nose of his. They get in bed. She's fishing for compliments, asking what's the first thing he noticed about him. I'm sure that you didn't look like Megan Fox, but let's see what he says. He said, now y'all get this. Come a little closer, honey. I hope you made it this far in the review. He gonna say that she had big, square, white teeth. Girl, he hates you. He hates you. Get out now. Your teeth. Of all the things that he could have said to describe this woman laying next to him, he said, I noticed your big square teeth. Yeah, I took a pause because it just ain't no damn way. It is not no way. She said, well, I noticed your pretty eyes. And he gave nothing. Ooh, child, is painful. She asked him if he still likes her. Oh, Chelsea, honey, if you got to continue to ask and do a temperature check every 5 minutes and we ain't been to the honeymoon but 5 minutes, this is not going to work. So she asked him if he feels the same as he did in the pause. He's like, yeah. It's sounding like a lie. A big, fat lie. So she tells him, it just feels different. I feel like her love language is words of affirmations and his is lying. It's lying. Now, he did tell her that she looked stunning today and she has a beautiful smile and he feels happy when he sees her, but I think it's a lie. So now everybody is turning in for the night. And that was the end of episode 5. All right, so we have reviewed episodes 4 and 5. I will be back with episode 6 a little bit later. Child, this is just too much. It's only 6 episodes. Don't forget, meet me Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time so that we can get into the first 6 episodes of this season. Because, baby, these people are a trip. It's just a trip. I can't wait to hear what y'all have to say. Comment down below and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.